Hey, lovelies. This is Janelle, the relationship coach behind the successful invisible. Welcome to the Unlearning series. I'm here to lovingly ruin the delusions that keep smart women stuck. If you've ever said, he's complicated, but this series is for you. We're clearing that shit up immediately. Let's get into it. So, our topic for today is simple: regret isn't growth. Why a man's tears don't mean that he has changed. So, here are the 3 points that I want my lovely audience to take away, unlearn, and start to date from a different perspective. Unlearning point number 1: if he feels alive again, that means it's real. That spark can be nothing more than novelty plus attention plus ego stroking, especially when it comes from a coworker who laughs at a man's jokes, touches his arm, and makes him feel chosen, right? A man can use that feeling to rewrite history and convince himself his home life is wrong or bad. When what's actually going on or what's actually happening is he's leaning into poor behaviors because of an immature character, an immature personality, weak boundaries, and his avoidance of real intimacy and or talking about problems appropriately with his wife. What to replace this with? I want you not to prioritize chemistry. Prioritize integrity. Watch how a man moves through his life. Does he have strong boundaries at work, with his friends, with his family? Does he shut down flirtation if it comes his way? Does he protect his relationship when no one's watching? All of those are going to give you great insight about his character. Unlearning tip or item number 2: if he's suffering now, he must have changed. That's hogwash. That's bullshit. In the clip that I have attached after these lessons, you will see that a man betrays his wife, he gets dumped, then he hits rock bottom. And then he immediately reaches back out to his wife as an emotional rock. That's not proof of growth. That's proof he wants relief from consequences. Regret, loneliness, and tears can be real and still be self-centered because he's saying in his mind, oh, poor me. There is no awareness or recognition of behavior that caused the consequence. What to replace this with if you observe this and then have these feelings? Don't be moved by collapse. Be moved by consistent accountability over time, of course. Therapy, transparency, taking full ownership without excuses of one's behavior, and a track record of change behavior without using it as emotional first aid is what you need to look at. Unlearning point or item number 3: I can love him through messy dynamics and it'll work itself out. That is a highly delusional take. In this scenario that I'm presenting, this man moved into a chaotic situation, living with a girlfriend, her toddler, and the child's father under one roof, then acted shocked it became unstable. That's a dating lesson. Some men will invite you into confusion, triangulation, and dysfunction and call it that life happens. What to replace this with in terms of mindset? Make stability a non-negotiable. Make maintaining your peace a non-negotiable. If the situation is unclear, crowded, or emotionally unsafe, exes in the house, financial chaos, blurred boundaries with family, exes, etc., you don't prove you're down. You opt out. You leave that shit alone. A healthy relationship has structure, clarity, and clear boundaries.
About a year ago, I entered into an affair with someone at work.
Okay.
And blindsided my wife and moved in with another woman. And ultimately, she had a child who was just over a year old. And I raised this child like my own. And the father was in the picture. He's a good dad. He's there. But it's caused some issues in the fact that around Christmas time, we decided that we wanted to do one Christmas because I saw how having two separate Thanksgivings, it devastated the mom. And ultimately, he never left. He sort of just moved in, and then we made it official. So it was me, I guess my girlfriend, and the father of her child under one roof, along with the toddler. And there was always, some friction there. Again, he was a nice guy, but it was just a very weird dynamic.
You think?
Yes.
Were y'all like a throuple? Were y'all all in this together, or was she dating two guys? Or
she was just dating me. But
no way! Of course she hooked back up with him.
No. It was very weird, but it wasn't like that. He had a lot of debt, and he didn't have anywhere else to go really, and she didn't want to take time away from him with his child, or at least that was her thought process.
There was no thinking going on at all. But okay, so bring me to now.
Yeah. Everything I didn't do before, I tried to emphasize me doing, and it was an extremely rewarding experience. But every day I woke up, I knew that if I had tried that hard with my wife, I wouldn't be in that position.
Why'd you leave your wife?
Well, at the time, and I say this at the time because I have, hindsight of me just being a moron.
Why'd you leave your wife?
She said, she wasn't sure she was really a believer anymore.
Okay.
And she said she was. Then she wasn't really sure if she wanted to have kids anymore.
Okay.
But, that's what I told myself at the time. But it was really, I didn't feel like I mattered. So that's what I told myself.
So this happens over time, and the whole time, or at some point during this time, there's a coworker that's hilarious, kind of pretty at first, and gets more pretty over time, and
like you wouldn't believe.
Do what?
Like you wouldn't believe, John.
Yeah, laughs at your jokes. Puts her hand on your shoulder when she's telling you a funny thing, or on your forearm, just little gentle things like that. And you suddenly, for the first time in a long time, feel that terrifying feeling of alive again.
Yes, sir.
And then you can look back at your home life and come up with any number of reasons why this is the right thing, and what you've been doing for the last 7 or 8 years is the wrong thing.
Yes. A few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, she asked me, my girlfriend texted me, "Hey, do you want to meet?" She takes me over there, and she says, "I can't do this because our lease was coming up. It's expiring. So I can't move to a new home with you. I can't live with two men I'm not married to anymore, and I can't take time away from the father of my child."
So you got dumped.
I got dumped,
yeah.
And in a split second, I lost everything I had.
Yeah,
and was blindsided. And obviously, there's some kind of larger humor here, where everything I did to someone.
Yeah. How can I help you right now, man? I know you're hurting, man.
I woke up the next day at a rest home. Not a rest home, like a rest area. I'm not that old. Rest area. And I've never felt more alone in my life. Mm-hmm. Not a single time. And just didn't know what to do. So I texted my wife. I was like, "Hey, here's what happened. You can track me now on Google Maps. Just keep an eye on me if you don't mind." And then I asked if she wanted to just meet up to talk later, and she said sure. She responded immediately, and she was, since that, she's just been an absolute rock for me again. And I don't know what to do. I just want my life back, whatever that looks like. I want to be okay.
I think you can be okay. The life you had is over. And the longer you try to pretend the last year didn't happen, the longer you try to avoid the fact that you ripped some woman's heart out, the longer you try to not feel the fact that your heart just got ripped out, that's a recipe for disaster down the road. It's grief, it's heartache, it's shame, it's all of that. And if you try to run past this and try to end around this thing, it will haunt you physiologically. This is not just woo-woo. This is neuroscience. It will haunt you. There is no going back. The beautiful thing is you can build something else. But you may have gotten a glimpse now. And I only think it's a glimpse because you were playing house with somebody for a year and also with her other boyfriend who she had a kid by, that whole weird thing. You got a glimpse of the pain your wife experienced. Just a glimpse. But I think there's something about getting down on your knees in front of her and saying how gut-wrenchingly sorry you are. And maybe this divorce continues on. Maybe y'all find reconciliation down the road. That's not a today conversation. The today conversation is, I need to take a knee before the woman I promised my life to and let her know I hurt you so bad and I'm sorry. And my mission in life is to become a man that will never hurt somebody like that ever, ever, ever again, myself included.